There we go. Hello. Hi, everyone. Let me make sure I can see comments here. Okay, looks like we're live. Yay! Hope everyone can hear me. If you're joining me live, please comment below that you are live, that you're with me. I'm so glad to have you guys here today. But I have so much to talk about with you guys. I'm streaming live through my page as well as into my Facebook group, and I do just want to shout out and welcome all the new members of my Facebook community. I am so excited to have you guys here. It's just I've just been creating this community for a couple years now, and really believe we have the best people in here that are really super supportive, and we're all also like-minded. And I think just having a community like this is so helpful to support you in your goals, but it's also really great because of the time that we're still living in. I know in different parts of the country it's a little bit different. There's some races still coming, still like happening. There are some races not happening anymore, are still not happening. And I know in Canada, because I've talked to a few people in Canada, that they're actually having another lockdown where they can't leave their homes. So definitely feeling very grateful. My heart goes out to those people because I know it's very hard to be able to get out there and run when you have kids at home and have to do online schooling. It makes it a little bit more challenging. So definitely my heart goes out to you guys to, just don't give up. Keep just doing the best you can do, and definitely certainly giving my gratitude and my thanks and be able to run and be out there. But so I just wanted to say that first of all. Hi Mike, thanks for joining. Hi Michelle, hi Suzanne, hi Simon, hi Susan. Wow, you guys, there's so many people on right now. This is great. Usually I don't have this many people on this afternoon, so that is super amazing. Awesome. So I like to keep these also very formal and still give you guys value and some information, but also just have a conversation as well. And many of you know that the past weekend, or you've probably seen my post, that I PR'd in my half marathon, which is super exciting. For those that don't know, I have been trying to reach my potential as a athlete myself and as a runner myself. The last 2 years I really made that decision, and that's what I want to talk about today. Is how do you get there? How do you reach your potential? Because for so long I felt that I was an okay runner, but I could be really great and I could be really good, but there was something that always held me back. And many of you, I feel like maybe you can relate to this. And just sometimes we feel like the timing, or whatever it is kind of going on in our life, or things that we can't control, right, happen, and we never truly allow ourselves to reach our potential. And if many of you have followed me, I'm I've decided to be on this path to reach my potential, not only running but also in my career. And I feel really passionate about that, because for many of you as well, maybe as me, and I hope you guys, I think many of you know this as well if you know me. I haven't came from a really super privileged family. Yes, we're a white family, but still, that middle class where, my parents didn't have the money to really send me to pay for my schooling for college and all of these things, right? So I've had to work really hard and figure out my life. And I know many of you have, probably have very similar stories as well, and have a lot of challenges and things like that to overcome, but it is possible. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Kayla Slater. I am a plant-based dietitian, nutrition, and run coach for plant-based performance nutrition and run coaching. And today we're going to talk about how to reach your plant-based and running potential. So number one is to have a plan. Having a plan is so important. So I know many of you, and it depends on where you're at, where you are in your life. Maybe you just enjoy running and you just want to get out there and have fun. Just get out there when you can, right? It really depends on really where you're at. But if you truly want to reach your potential and see how far you can go in running, or really be your healthiest self and really see how far you can go with plant-based nutrition. Like, some people start with, being vegetarian, they go all the way 100% or raw, right? A raw vegan. So, maybe you wanted to go all the way that far, right? And that doesn't mean that you have to do that, but maybe you just want to reach your potential, as in just be as consistent, right, as possible, and really give it your effort. So when I talk about reaching your potential, what I really mean is really just giving all your effort to it, and doing it, is best you can possibly do. So yeah, so having a plan, I would say number one is to have a plan, because without having, and this could be, a nutrition plan as well as a training plan, without that plan, or even just plan as in, knowing like, okay, these are the months that I'm going to be training, or, just kind of being aware of that, or just sitting down and just having that plan and know, okay, this is how I'm going to get there. But you have to have a plan, right? It's great to have a goal. I know many of you that are in my group as well, because I talk about goals as well. I do this with clients. I talk a lot about goal setting. Now, you can't see it's actually in front of me, but I have a vision board here, and I have a lot of my goals on there. So one of my goals is actually to qualify for Boston, as well as to run a 50K. Now that's great that it's on my vision board, but I can't just put it on my vision board and think, okay, it's going to just happen, right? I have to have a plan. So the first step that I actually made to reach my potential was to hire a coach. And luckily, I actually knew somebody. We were actually, friends. We worked together before. He was actually kind of my supervisor, not the higher supervisor, but kind of in that department where I worked, actually in Dick's Sporting Goods, and that's how I met him. And he was, really big into running. He also coached some people, but then he actually went full time into his coaching business and coaching athletes. He was the first person that I thought of when I thought, okay, I really need to have a running coach, because there's no way I'm going to be able to really reach my potential if I don't have the guidance to be able to do it. So I had asked him to coach me. So the last 2 years I've been coaching with him, and that has just been absolutely life-changing. I don't think I would have honestly PR'd the last weekend, even if it was a cool morning and a flat and fast course. I don't think I would have ever been able to do that without a coach. Simon just said as well, I did Oshawa Marathon race Saturday, came second, so happy, third gold trophy. Woohoo! Shout out to Simon, way to go, congratulations, awesome. Yeah, and definitely placing and, getting a PR, it is just a really good feeling. But when I've thought about it and like, what is this really about? And for me, it's about just inspiring more people, because I was never a really fast runner. I was never really given this talent to have, this talent to be fast. But I have felt that, okay, if I'm actually going to do this, for me, I just feel like, especially in the career path that I've taken, feel that I have to find that potential of what I can really do in order to keep inspiring people and keep inspiring you, to keep inspiring my clients. So really, I think it's much more than just me, even though I just love having that feeling. So number one, as I said, is having a plan. You have to have some sort of plan, and also accountability and support. Accountability and support is huge. The past week, I've been getting on calls with potential clients to get in to enroll in my Run on Plans Academy, which was my new group program. And this is probably the number one thing that so many people have told me when I've asked them, what do you need? What are you looking for? What would help you in order to get to your goal? And so many of them said to have accountability. And I think this is so true. And for some of us, especially as women, I think it's really hard for us sometimes to ask for help, because we're known as the woman that can multitask, that does everything, right? But we all need some accountability. We cannot rely on just our self-motivation, our willpower. It just doesn't work like that. We need some sort of accountability, whether it's an accountability buddy, whether it's a friend, a family member, a coach, somebody. But I do know when you actually pay somebody, and it's an exchange. Think of it as an exchange of energy. You're giving up something in order to get to receive something. And it also keeps you more accountable, because you're giving up, right? You're giving up something that you're like, okay, because I paid for this, I have to give it my all, right? So there's a more likelihood of you actually succeeding and following through on what you say, because not only now do you have that accountability of that other person reporting to them of what you're doing, but also knowing that, okay, you're right, you paid for something that you have to follow through, or you just wasted that money, or even maybe that time as well. But it's just so normal for us. And I think we really need to normalize that. We all need some accountability and support. It's just really hard, especially nowadays with so much we have going on, especially just having families and everything that's going on. It's so important to have that accountability support if you really want to reach your potential and see if you can either improve your health, improve your performance, or whatever that potential is. But really, you really have to have I really believe you need some sort of accountability or support, and you just can't truly do it on your own. And if you're somebody like me, I have tried. I'm very self-motivated. I have ran 3 marathons all on my own. All did the training and everything on my own. I think I just followed a general training plan, and I did okay. As I said, I improved every single time. But there came to a point where I realized, as I said, if I want to truly reach my potential, then I needed to get that support. And the same thing with my business as well. I tried the first year that I had my business, that I really put my all, at least as much time as I could, into it, working full time. I tried to really put in my all that year, because I needed to see if I really could do this on my own. And then the second year realized, okay, maybe I should hire a business coach, because I don't really know what I'm doing. And I feel like it's going to take me so much longer in order to figure this all out than I really want to. So that's another reason, right, too, that you may hire a coach. If there's a lot to learn about running, and it takes years. I have been running for the last 10 years, but I honestly don't feel that I have learned as much as what I have learned in the last 2 years by really just putting so much into it. And I know that's not all possible for a lot of people, and especially if you have families. Like I don't have a family yet. So I certainly know that, it's not all possible for everybody as well. But, if you really want to reach your potential, that is what, you have to do. You have to make up that mind, and you have to put in that effort, create a plan, and have that accountability and support. Also, be consistent and find that balance. So for nutrition, a lot of people think that, I have to count my calories, and then I feel like I'm on a diet, and I'm just worried that I'm going to either lose too much weight if I really put it to my all into running, or I know I'm going to gain weight and I'm just worried, so I feel like I have to count my calories and and really you don't have to do that, especially being plant-based. That is the amazing thing about eating more plant-based foods and eating more whole foods, is that you shouldn't have to count those calories. But of course, it's still good to make sure you are fueling your body and making sure you're fueling your body with enough, making sure you're eating enough carbohydrates, you're getting enough protein for that recovery, all of those things. But you also want to find balance and still enjoy the foods that you enjoy. So there's still foods that I enjoy. I don't eat completely 100% whole food plant-based, because yes, after I run, I want to eat what my body craves, what it enjoys. So it's okay to have sweets and those kind of things once in a while, or maybe a vegan treat, those kind of things. But also being consistent is really important with nutrition, as well as you're running. So as I said, of course you want to find that balance, but being consistent is so important, because if you truly want to reach that potential, you're not going to be able to do that if you're not consistent. And I can tell you, with the success that at least I've had for this past half marathon, is just being consistent. And there have been so many times, I can't tell you how many times, that I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit so bad, because I thought, this is just too hard. I can't do this. I don't have enough energy for this. There's so many other things going on in my life, and I just can't give my all to this right now. And sometimes that's okay. You just have to be true about where your priorities are. But I also realized that, okay, I made this commitment, I can't give up. So for me, I realized that I just needed to keep going, because I was gonna see that light at the end of the tunnel if I just kept going. So it can be really hard to do that, but having that support as well, again, is really helpful. When you're struggling, when you're feeling that self-doubt, when you just want to give up, having that support is really, really helpful. And then lastly, believing in yourself, believing in who you are, that you can do anything. And that is what I feel really, or what I love about running so much. And hopefully some of you can relate to me. Let me know below too. I know I'm just talking a lot here, but let me know below, comment below if you guys resonate with me and know what I'm talking about. So that feeling of just feeling so awesome after a run, just feeling like, okay, I can do anything, and just boost your mood. You feel amazing. You feel really, really good, right? You feel like you're on top of the world. Running can make you a better person. And when I talk to potential clients, and I'm asking them about, why is running important to you? Why do you like to run? And recently, actually yesterday, I had someone tell me that I feel empowered. And I was like, yes, I can so relate to that. And I can definitely understand, where she's coming from, because I think that is how, why I fallen in love with running as well, because it just makes me feel empowered, and also feels like I can be a better person. I can serve others better, and I just get, I get all these ideas, and I feel like my creativity starts to flow, right? And I get excited, and I feel like I'm on top of the world. I can do anything. And that's how I want to make other people feel as well, especially women. I want to make you feel like you are empowered and you can do anything that you set your mind to. So believing is so, belief is so important. You have to believe in yourself, and it can be really helpful to have a coach, and a coach being there supporting you as well, or other family members, or having a run club or a running community to really help you, or even a plant-based nutrition community. There's lots of groups and meetups and things like that can really be helpful in helping you to believe in yourself. But one of the things that has helped me the most is that my coach, when he writes his notes for my races and things, he tells me to believe in myself. And that's definitely really, really helped a lot, is just believing in myself. And an exercise that I give to my clients is, I have them do positive affirmations. I have them either record those affirmations and listen to them daily, post them on sticky notes. I have mine right here in front of me on my vision board, posted up on the wall. And it's really, really important to have those positive affirmations, but also during the run, during your race too, to really make sure you continue those affirmations and keep telling yourself, I believe in myself, I got this, I got this. But those positive affirmations are so important in order to keep going, because we always want to retreat away from things that are uncomfortable. But we know what makes us stronger and what makes us a better person is fighting through that on discomfort, right? That is how we're going to be a better runner. That is how we are going to become a better person, is by getting through that discomfort. And especially during a run, I'm sure some of you have felt this as well, felt, just really, really crappy, right? And really hurts. And I always think in my head, my coach says, get tough. This is where he tells me that I have to get tough. This is where I get tough. So I literally tell myself that, get tough. I can do this. And it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. But if anyone knows that feeling of just your body hurting, your breath beating really fast, your lungs working really hard, your legs starting to really feel sore, right? You just feel like you want to quit. But that is where you have to take this mind and get it to keep going, to keep pushing you forward. And I think we can apply this as well to our lives, to a lot of different things. We can really take, that kind of advice and really just apply it to other areas of our lives to be a better person. And that's something too that running has really taught me. So so as I said, just to summarize everything that I talked about today, but having a plan, having accountability support, also being consistent, but yet finding that balance for you, and also believing in yourself is what is so important in order to reach your plant-based as well as your running potential. So, with all that said, does anyone have any questions at all? Simon said, yeah, sweet stuff helps me a lot. Yes, I think you were talking about kind of that positive affirmations, that mental aspect of it. Yes, because as we all know, at the end of any race, really, what keeps us going is going to be our minds. And Simon you could probably talk more about ultra marathons. I would love to actually talk to you more about ultra marathons and get your thoughts about things. I've never done ultra marathon yet, but that's certainly on my bucket list. Something I want to do for sure, is to get there. But as many of you know, right, I'm focused on getting that Boston qualifying time, so then I can maybe move on to other things and maybe dabble in ultra running eventually as well. But I know I still have time. So no questions? No one has any questions? All right. Well, thank you guys again. Thank you for being here and being a part of the community. If you haven't already joined the community, make sure you do. I can post it below as well, but it's the plant-based performance running community. Plant-based performance, yes, running community. So make sure you or in that group and join us there if you're not already, so you don't miss any of these live trainings or any announcements or things like that. And you can also participate in our monthly challenges and all of those things that come. So another announcement as well, I will be going live tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time via Virtual Veg Fest. So you can also find me there as well. I will be there tonight. And then also my new group program. So I still have available spots, and I have extended enrollment until the 8th. So today and tomorrow are the last days to get into the group program. So if you're interested in the Run on Plants Academy, or you're not sure what that is, please let me know. But a lot of the things that, in this training today that I talked about, you're going to be given all of those things in the Run on Plants Academy. You're going to have a plan. You're going to have accountability and support. You're going to learn how to be consistent and find that balance. And you're also going to learn about how to believe in yourself. So if those are all things that you're looking for, that you need to really get yourself on track, and you really want to learn how to reach your plant-based potential, as in just giving it your all, and really seeing if this can be really beneficial for your health as well as performance, and as well as on the running side of it, just put in your all, put in all your effort, and do everything that you possibly can do. So if you are interested, please let me know as soon as possible to get you enrolled. We do start Monday, April 12th, if you're interested in joining the program. So just reach out to me. I'll also post a link below to apply. But if you guys have any questions about that, please let me know. All right. Well, thank you again for joining, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.